All right, back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing a beer from the Founders Brewing Company, and they are out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and this is their Más Agave, and this is a part of their barrel age series. So they're calling this an Imperial Gose that is brewed with agave, lime, and sea salt, and then aged in tequila barrels. This comes in at 10% alcohol by volume, 20 IBUs in the time of review. This bottle is approximately 2 months old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out to a good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Jeff, aka NoJinx, for hooking me up with this one. I'll post a link in the description box to the beer mount unboxing video that contains this beer and a bunch of others. Thanks again, Jeff. I do appreciate it. So I wasn't planning on reviewing this beer on my channel. I was supposed to review this beer on a good friend of mine and fellow beer tubers channel, Chris, over at Off the 10th. And unfortunately, my internet went down as we speak, as this review is happening a couple hours ago. Chris actually did the review of this, and my internet went out about an hour and a half beforehand, and I was unable to make his show. So I do apologize, Chris, for standing you up a little bit. It was out of my hands, fucking Spectrum. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to review it over there. I haven't checked out Chris's review of it. I will actually watch it when I get internet back, which will be after I review it. You know, I just want to see what I think about this one without any influences. Although I've seen a bunch of other beer tubers and friends drink this one, and honestly, the feedback on this has been pretty damn good. A lot of people really enjoy it. They're basically going for an Imperial Margarita Gose. They're trying to, you know, do a margarita in beer form, and a lot of people have dug it. A couple people have said it's too sweet, but yeah, we'll see what's going on. Yeah, it's pretty late at night, and there's a motorcycle outside. They're just, you know, it's a beautiful night, so, you know, go riding. Anyway, on the back here, they have a little spiel. It says, "We love cocktails, like really love them. If you ask us, few are more refreshing than the tart and tangy margarita, and our latest barrel-aged beer pays tribute to that perennial classic. We took an Imperial Gose brewed with agave, lime, and sea salt, and then aged in tequila barrels. Considered a party in a bottle." All right, I will. Anyway, let me crack this open, give it a pour. We'll see what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of pumped up for this one. Oh man, I just cracked it and it smells crazy. It smells crazy. Let's give it a pour. So that has a really dark color to it. You don't see too many Imperial sours, certainly not Imperial Goses. That seems like something that is not, you know, that, it's kind of rare. You know, it's not that common. Anyway, that pours out a really deep, like, almost copper color, has a little rust tone to it, deep orange. Kind of looks like blood orange juice if you've ever seen it, maybe a little bit more dull. Has about a half finger of a off-white head that looks relatively creamy, very murky looking and turbid, but yeah, actually, I'd say straight up tan now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, a little bit of like a light tan colored head. Let's get a nose. Yeah, it smells like a margarita, holy crap. Now, I'm not somebody who just, you know, goes ham, so to speak, on margaritas. I enjoy margaritas. I'm not a margarita guy. I'm not going to sit there and tell you I drink them all the time, but I do enjoy them from time to time. And this kind of smells like that in beer form. There's a lot of lime here. I mean, a ton of lime and sweetness from that agave. A little bit of salinity. The tequila is there, but it's very mild on the nose. I mean, I can tell there's like, this was in tequila barrels. Maybe not specifically tequila barrels, some kind of barrel. It does have a little barrel aging quality to it. But based with all the other notes I'm getting, wow, that's just like so much lime in this. It does smell pretty damn sweet though. Yeah, this honestly smells like a sweeter margarita. That's kind of what I'm getting from it. Not much else to pick out, so let's get into it. Cheers, everybody, and thanks again, Jeff. Yeah. It's basically margarita beer. Like, I don't... First thing I can say is this is really sweet. This is definitely like a margarita that somebody made that was a bit too sweet. Because there's a ton of sweetness here from that agave. And just the fact that it's 10% to begin with. Tons of sweetness up front. But then there's a huge blast of lime. There's a salinity throughout the palate. Then you do get tequila. I'm getting like a pronounced tequila vibe to it, like halfway through the palate to the finish. For 10%, this is like higher side of medium body, lower side of full body, so I'm pretty happy with that. It actually has some heft behind the body. The mouthfeel, it's quite carbonated, like you'd want from it. Yeah, it's quite carbonated. Kind of what I'd want from this beer. It's not like overly carbonated. I'd say it's appropriate. But it does have a nice, soft, smooth finish to it. It finishes relatively dry, but there's also just so much sweetness throughout the palate it cuts it some, but not all the way for me. So it's sweet, sweet, sweet. Then you get the dryness on the finish, but it's still, there's honestly, there's a lot of residual sweetness. It's super easy to drink. I cannot tell this is 10% based on like the booziness that you think you would get from a 10% beer. This drink's like 7-8%, maybe. The only reason I know this is a bigger beer is you can tell it was aged in a spirit barrel. And again, tequila in this case, yeah, I can definitely tell that it's in a barrel, but not because of any astringency on the palate, not even any warming in the chest. Like this is scary drinkable. I really don't rate to style or like what the beer is supposed to be. I do personal preference, but let me just tell you, if they were going for like a margarita beer or an Imperial Margarita Gose, which I have in the title of the video because that's what I think they're going for, this is like a 4.5, 4.75 out of 5. The only thing keeping it from being 5 out of 5 as far as what they're going for is the fact that I think it's a little bit too sweet for a margarita. This is like a little bit of a sweet. It's actually leans heavily towards the sweet side of things. I'd want a little bit less sweetness in this, and I think it'd be absolutely perfect, like stylistically. Personal preference, still digging the shit out of this one. So Más Agave from Founders Brewing Company, I'm going to give this a 4.25 out of 5. It's deceptively drinkable. It just hides the ABV so well. Has really nice flavors. The lime is very present. That agave sweetness is there. You get a little bit of salinity from the sea salt, and then the tequila barrels are definitely present. It is quite robust and cohesive, and it blends well together. It's not all, I was thinking maybe it'd be all over the place, but it's not really. Yeah, this is really good. And I'm drinking this a little bit warmer. It's been on my fridge for like 30, 40 minutes. I probably would like to drink this one like 10, 15 minutes out of the fridge, and I think this would just go down like water, which would be scary at 10%. I could drink, I think they came in 4-packs. I could drink an entire 4-pack and I'd be out like a light, but I wouldn't know it until all the alcohol hit me. So yeah, pretty damn good. I want to say in my area, I think a bottle was like high $3, $4. It might have been like a $15, $14, $15 4-pack. I don't remember exactly. Jeff, let me know what you paid for this one. And availability, I think anywhere that Founders distributes, you can find this one. I've seen it on my shelves here locally. Jeff sent it to me, but yeah, I could have bought it here. And he sent it to me because, you know, I haven't been buying Founders stuff lately. So he was gracious enough to send a bottle to me, and I do appreciate it, Jeff. So yeah, 4.25 out of 5 for Founders Brewing Company's Más Agave. Pretty damn good. If you had this one, let me know what you think about it, because I think they did a damn good job. Anyway, thanks again, Jeff, and cheers to everyone. I appreciate you stopping by for another beer review. Till the next one. See ya.